Hey, Popeye are the latest.
Good morning, Popeyes. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. In today's journey, we are still driving in New York. We are going to be driving from Brooklyn and we are heading to Queens. Sit back, relax and drive with me. Now, for persons who have been sending in birthday greetings, starting later, we are going to be resuming the birthday greetings. So, if you had sent in whether birthday or anniversary greetings from Saturday, June 25th, 2022, we are going to be sending all the birthday greetings. There are going to be more than one videos, but everyone who had sent in a greetings, we are going to be sending all of your birthday greetings starting later this evening. Now, if you look on the screen, that Toyota Noah, it is available for rental to reputable persons in Western Jamaica. You can also hire it with a driver for excursions and airport pickups as well as airport drop-offs. Just call our WhatsApp this number 876-529-0024. That's 876-529-0224. Now, the last two stories that we are going to be carrying in this video, we are going to be asking some questions. 2 vulnerable Jamaicans were killed. A 9-year-old autistic boy named Gabriel King and a lady named Chantel McCalla. Their killers are still at large. The last persons known to have seen them alive are family members. In the case of Gabriel, it was his mother, and in the case of Chantel, it was her husband. We have some questions for both these family members. Stand by the last 2 stories. But this incident, it took place last night, Saturday, July 9th, 2022, about 8 o'clock. It took place at the Total gas station at Sun Valley Road in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. We are learning that 2 female pump attendants, they were on duty at the gas station when 2 hoodlums posing as customers drove up in a grey Nissan AD wagon motorcar. They ordered gas from one of the pump attendants, and whilst they were in the process of being served, we are told that one of the hoodlums, he pulled a gun and juked down both pump attendants. Now, by the way, for persons who are just learning about the Jamaican culture, do you know what juke down means? You don't know? Well, it would mean the same thing if I had said one of the hoodlums pulled a gun and held up both ladies. So I use the words juke down instead of held up. Means the same thing. So one of the hoodlums, he pulled a gun and juked down both pump attendants. The 2 hoodlums, they then proceeded to rob both ladies of thousands of Jamaican dollars. They then made good their escape in the said Nissan AD wagon motorcar. Luckily, none of the ladies were harmed. Ah boy. Now, we carried a story on Sunday, May 29th, 2022, and we told you about an incident that took place the previous night, Saturday, May 28th, 2022. It took place about 10 o'clock along the Good Hope Main Road in the Negril Police area in the parish of Westmoreland. We told you that a man, he's in his early 50s and he's a carpenter from Good Hope in the parish of Westmoreland. This man, he was riding his blue 2020 Cabra motorcycle along the Good Hope Main Road. He was riding towards his home when, upon reaching a section of the roadway, a motorcycle with 2 hoodlums aboard rode up beside this man. The hoodlum, who was on the back of the motorcycle, he pulled a gun and BAM! He shot the carpenter in his face. As a result, the carpenter fell from the motorcycle. The hoodlum who shot this man, he then went over the man who was bleeding from his injuries on the ground, searched his pants pocket and robbed him of his Samsung Galaxy cellular phone. This hoodlum, he then rode away with the man's motorcycle. Both he and his crony on the other motorcycle, they then rode away, leaving this man to die. But guess what? The man, he did not die. Residents of the area, they heard the gunshot and they called the police. the Negril Emergency Medical Services was contacted and they transported the wounded man to the Savannah Lamar Public Hospital, where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. We are told that this man who was shot, he is now out of the woods. Now, we have an update in this case, but I'm going to be reminding you about another case before I tell you what's the update. You remember I brought you a story on Saturday, June 4, 2022. It was about an incident that took place the previous night, Friday, June 3rd, 2022, about some minutes after 8 o'clock. We told you that a lady and a licensed firearm holder, they were sitting on the Negril beach when a hoodlum, armed with a gun, attempted to rob them. The hoodlum, he opened gunfire, hitting the lady and the licensed firearm holder who were sitting on the beach. The licensed firearm holder, he managed to pull his gun and squeeze off a few rounds at this hoodlum. In the end, the lady, the licensed firearm holder, and the hoodlum, they were all shot and admitted in hospital. We told you that the police, they subsequently arrested and charged the hoodlum for the offenses of attempted robbery, wounded with intent, and illegal possession of firearm. We told you that the name of the hoodlum who was shot and subsequently charged is Jamaine Baker. He is popularly known as Chucky. He's a past student of the Green Island High School in Hanover, and he's living at Whitehall in Negril. Well, if you look on your screen, that is a photograph of the hoodlum that was charged. His name is Jamaine Baker, popularly known as Chucky. He's presently a patient in the Savannah Lamar Hospital. He's under police guard. Well, Jamaine Baker, also known as Chucky, on Friday, he was arrested and charged for shooting and robbing the man at Good Hope in Westmoreland. We are also told that the same Jamaine Baker, also known as Chucky, he will be charged for more robberies and more shootings. As soon as we get those information, we will certainly be informing you. So, let me ask you something. Before we go down into the more interesting stories, have you hit on the like button as yet? If you have not yet hit on it, remember to hit on it. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, remember, hit on the subscribe button, as also hit on the notification bell, then click all, so that whenever we upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Now, that lady on your screen, her name is Chantel McCalla. Chantel, she hardly lived any life yet. She's not yet 30 years old. She was a mother of 4 children. All her children are fathered by Shane McCalla, her husband. Now, Shane, he reported that on Thursday, January 6th, 2022, he dropped off Chantel at... Hold on a bit. I'm gonna let you hear one of Chantel's aunt talking to Shane, and then I'm gonna be asking Shane some questions. But first, let me remind you about something. This telephone conversation, it was had with Shane exactly 2 days after Chantel McCalla was killed. Yes, I said it, because Chantel McCalla, she was killed, and it is my belief that she was killed the same day she went missing. You don't believe me? Listen to this. Listen to this.
Really get me upset because I am grieving, and people, they might take me and say, twist it, and I said, beef, and I said, that. I mean, everybody knew one being a blood run through me like everybody else.
So you heard that? You heard what Shane said? He said he was grieving. And yes, I do believe Shane was grieving. So listen some more of this conversation.
Shane, it's like me not understand. So what part where you think me can go and go start looking for her? What part you think me can go? Because like
where I went to my father because I couldn't go to even because of the kids them. I went to the lawyer office and she never come here. Follow me?
Okay. So she was to go to the lawyer office in Kingston?
In Kingston, yeah.
Okay, and she no end up reaching at the lawyer office.
No.
So where part you leave her? In a town or Old Harbor?
I leave her at Old Harbor, the exit of the toll. You know, you can't turn go Old Harbor Bay.
Yeah, right down there so where you go down a bit.
I leave her there. So they say a friend say a friend I go pick her up. And I say him. And then I say him. She said no, it's a part a she. And we let her off and she borrowed the laptop. She borrowed the laptop and she said, I'm going to give her 30,000 and 16,000 then I give her along with the laptop.
So you heard what Shane said? You heard what Shane said? He said his wife said him. And when he questioned her, she said she meant her. So, Shane, most men I know, they would stick around and wait. One, for safety reasons, to ensure that their wife was picked up safely. Two, the fact that she's saying him caused you, Shane, to repeat it in the conversation with Chantel's aunt. It means you were concerned. Most men would stick around to see what's up. Am I right or am I right? Shane, unless you are blatantly lying. And by the way, Chantel's skeletal remains were found on Sunday, May 15th, 2022 at Bella's Gate in St. Catherine. Question 1. For you, Shane McCalla, were you born and grew up in Bella's Gate in St. Catherine? Oh, so your wife remains were found in the same district that you were born. Question 2. Shane, is it true that when the remains of your wife was found, you had left Kingston and was on your way to Bella's Gate and a policeman called you and tell you not to come? JCF, members of the JCF, are you protecting Shane? Officer, you officer who called Shane, whose interest were you protecting when you called him? And Shane, here is a question I have been waiting to ask you for a long time. When the remains of your wife was found, it was found wrapped in a trampoline. Yeah, man. Shane, do you know that trampoline? You don't know it? Think again. By the way, the trampoline that your kids used to play with, where is it? Shane, the family of Chantel, they are concerned. Where are the children? And by the way, Shane, have you returned to Jamaica or you are still in England? And another question, are you still the managing director at S&M Construction Company Limited? Or did the shareholders send you on leave or otherwise due to the heat that we placed on you? And Shane, here is a question that everybody wants answer for. We don't expect you to answer, you know. We are not expecting you to answer, but we still ask the questions. Did you kill your wife? Or do you know who might have killed her? Do you have any idea who might have wanted your wife dead? And talking about who might have wanted Chantel dead. Chantel was killed on Thursday, January 6th, 2022. 1 week later, after Chantel was killed, on Thursday, January 13th, 2022, the nation was rocked by the murder of 9-year-old Gabriel King. A report was made to the police by his mother, Amoi Issa. She told the police that she was driving her Audi motorcar along the Tucker Main Road towards downtown Montego Bay. She told the police that her son, Gabriel, was on the back seat of the car. She said she slowed down, trying to maneuver some potholes, when a man walked up and eventually forced her out of the car. She said the man drove away the car with young Gabriel on the back seat. The car was eventually found abandoned off the Fairfield Main Road in Montego Bay with young Gabriel in it. Young Gabriel, he was killed. His throat was slashed. We are also told that the murder weapon, a brand new knife, was found near to the crime scene. There has been a lot of speculations about this case. In fact, on March 23, Mrs. Jacqueline Samuels Brown, Queen's Counsel, who said that she was representing Michael Issa, Gabriel's stepfather, and Amoi Leon Issa, Gabriel's mother. Mrs. Jacqueline Samuels Brown, she released a statement stating that the mother and stepfather were hurt by public speculation. In fact, the statement sent out by Mrs. Samuels Brown, it went on to say, and I'm gonna quote, "In the midst of their grief, Gabriel's parents have given their full cooperation to the police investigators, including voluntarily providing detailed statements, submitting material for forensic examination, facilitating police interviews with other persons who may have potentially relevant information, and offering assistance in making appeals to the public for information that could advance the investigation." Now, Mrs. Samuels Brown, if that statement is true, and I am in no way saying you are telling a lie, I will not be saying you are lying. But if that statement is true, is the statement from DCP Fitzbailey also true? Or is DCP Fitzbailey telling a lie? DCP Fitzbailey, he said this about the Gabriel King's case, and I quote, "It is proven to be very difficult in terms of some of the things that you expected would be just normal. The police have been doing some extraordinary things to get the support that they need. But the investigation is ongoing, and we are going to ensure that we get to the bottom of this case." Mr. Samuels Brown, or Mike Issa, or Amoi Issa, do you know what DCP Bailey meant when he said the police have been doing some extraordinary things to get the support that they need? The support of who? We have to speculate. Not true? Yeah, man, we have to speculate. Mike and Amoi. Mike Issa and Amoi Leon Issa. I have some questions for you. Question number 1, straightforward. We know you're not going to answer, but we still ask the questions. And we know your lawyers are not going to answer either. They are going to be scrutinizing this video and trying to find some type of libel or slander. But them can scrutinize all them want. Question number 1, Mike and Amoi. Do you know who killed Gabriel? Do you know who would have wanted Gabriel dead? Mike and Amoi, have you both tell the police truthfully all that you know about the killing of young Gabriel? Why is it? You see, why is it no reward is being offered for information re the death of Gabriel? Mike and Amoi, you can't afford it? You can't put up some money and ask the police, Crime Stop, to offer this amount of money, reward for the killing of Gabriel King? You can't do that? Or do you prefer spending your money on lawyers? If you do, that's your choice. Because, anyhow, by the way, Amoi, are you in Jamaica? Are you in Canada? Amoi, do you know why I asked you that question? We're not going to make this one rest, you know. We're not going to make this one rest. The last time we carried the stories, we saw some things happening. But that will not deter us. We are not here accusing anyone of anything. But a murder was committed. 9-year-old Gabriel, he was killed. And we would like to see the person or persons responsible for that crime be brought to justice. And we are talking about the person who carried out the hit and the person or persons who paid to have the hit carried out. Because we are of the view that someone paid to have Gabriel killed. Stand by. We now make a rest. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend. about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica.